felt like playing more today, so or seeing you. Sorry, I've been out of it for the past like week, 2, 3. Pain's been down a bit. Sorry, didn't exactly prepare for this. Pain's been down a bit today, so felt like it may as well do something. I feel so anxious. Probably because I haven't been doing much lately. So I can just pull everything up on my phone. So there's one thing I need to make sure of. I will be right back. I should have done this before, but sorry about that. I had to make sure the AC was on because my computer runs hot. Right. Oh yeah, didn't I? Didn't I start a fight here? Yeah, I think I'm just after finishing the fight here. I say fight as if I did anything. Talk to Smokes. I wanted to talk. Let's trade. Why? All of this base art is worth a lot. What the hell is... I guess it's a nice weapon. Oh, right, my problem with it is that it's not a sword. My character has sword skill. Sorry, it'll take a minute before I remember everything. Survivor's note. Book I can't read. Why does he have glass shards in his inventory? Yeah, this is his inventory, not mine. Why would I? I don't think I can even carry that much. Kevlar thread. Trying to figure out what this stuff would be useful for me. Hooligan bar. Fiverr note. I don't think any of this stuff would be useful. Well, I say that. That's mainly because I'm a churl and I won't be able to learn much. I mean, I can learn. It's just... I also can't use vehicles. So there's a limit to what I can actually manage with this character. And I wouldn't actually be able to carry much of any of this. Alright, just... Yeah, okay. All that credit went through. Oh, he will be willing to take more off my hands for credit. I'm not going to sell him the base like, oh, I'll give him this small relic, sure, why not? And I'll give him this cloak. Oh, I do have repart. I somehow didn't... Oh, it's because I probably scrolled down. And I never scrolled far enough to see this stuff again. My bad. Rebar spear. Don't think I have anywhere to put it. Which is a problem. He won't buy my rock. Sure. I will take it though. Now the question is strap. Shoulder strap. Rope. 180 cotton. Okay, can I buy that off you? Sorry if I'm sweating, it's just a little hot in my room. Sorry if I'm sweating. Sorry that I'm sweating. That not like many people would actually care. Thread, because I am clearly blind. Yeah, sure. Just give me all of it. All right. Now shoulder. Now hopefully this actually works. I want to activate it. Okay, I can't. Unfortunate. Oh, like spear strap. Oh, was it like a loop of rope? Short rope. Rope. Oh, duh. Oh, that requires a lot. Sorry, I'm biting my lip. What can I buy from you? If I just put in... buy some just thread. Okay, let's look at these one more time. Rope. So yeah, I think I just... Just drop it. And I'm just gonna go around bashing plants to get the cordage necessary. Freaking out because I'm going around destroying bushes. Alright. Oh, the sub-menus now. I see what's going on. Cordage. Thwack. For a second there, I thought they were pissed at me. I don't know what they're thwacking at, but it's not my problem. Yeah, aside from getting like a proper sword to use my martial arts with, oh yeah, well, I mean, of course, then like clothes and stuff. That's another big thing on my to-do list. Get like a set of actual armor, just rob like a museum or something. Oh, don't wield that. Wield one of these like shitty twigs, I guess. Wait a sec. I guess yeah, twig. Just think that I have to anything. No, I don't think. Yeah, it's actually weaker than my hands. Let's pick up the. Oh, I can't pick any of this garbage up. So make as much cordage as I can. And then drag it all into a pile, and hopefully I'll be able to make enough cordage to make a rope for the loop of rope to put my... Sorry, to put my spear on. The spear would be definitely appreciated for situations where I don't want to be getting into actual hand-to-hand, which is right now because I don't actually have much of anything to protect myself. Alright. Oh, I currently have cordage pieces. Right. Right, yeah, if I wanted one of these, how much of this shit am I gonna have to tie together? Oh, I just need a short cordage rope. Okay, I need 36. Uh, this isn't. Oh god, stop. Stop that. If this wasn't immediately necessary, I would not be doing this. Oh god. Ah, well, there goes another one. Okay, let's. Until I catch my breath, I guess. Yeah, okay. This is getting tedious. What? I know what happened. Smokes was like, "Oh, I need to get out of here so I can figure out what the noise was," and he just decided to be a cute thing to just destroy something. Let's get rid of this shoulder strap, wield. I'm gonna bring around the butcher. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's nice, but I think the butcher kit is just the kit is just represented by a kitchen knife or a butcher's knife. But yeah, I also need a backpack. That's honestly what I need more than anything. Or just a sling, which of course I can't actually make. But let me just see if the. Oh, I need tools sewing one or more in a patch. Oh, any kind of patch? Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay, just a blanket. And then there's the butcher kit, which God, if only I could use this shoulder strap with the spear, it would be very nice. Very sad that you can't actually combine the two, but it also makes sense because it's. I mean, yeah, it's fairly different. Though I mean, just jury rigging it wouldn't be too hard. The King Rock, is there a purpose behind this? Not really. Alright. God, it's gonna take so much effort to make. Yeah, let's just leave the butcher kit. Well, actually, this will probably be stealing. You know what? Let's try. Let's just try to wield it. Okay, you're not leaving it still good. Yeah, that makes sense. Fair enough. Alright, let's go somewhere else. God, wouldn't that be nice if I just, like, took it, turned it into something else, and then they didn't follow up on the fact that I stole it? But it should be fine. Why say that? I'm still just wearing, like, random garbage. Like, I'm not even wearing pants. Not even wearing pants. It's not good. What strip mall? Appears to be. What's this next door? The mall A would be very nice for getting some stuff. I mean, there's probably bits of everything there. Okay, yeah. I was just checking to see if the spear still works. Like I remember it because there have been a few patches. By the way, I did get the launcher, so I can actually update every single time I play it, or before every time I play it. So this is as up to date as it can possibly be. Why did I just like? Oh, that's because I turned off my thing. Are you both runners? I think one of them isn't a runner. Wait, luckily, yeah, my skill's pretty high. I don't know if I probably didn't train it up. I probably started with that high of skill. Money doesn't interest me, but if it does have something actually interesting, never mind. Cigarette, gloves. Also, by the way, they don't have any other clothes, so they were just butt ass naked. I was about to say adorable. That kind of weird of me to say. They just wearing. Oh no, they're wearing a decent amount of equipment. Yeah, sure. That's what I do when I wake up in the morning. I equip myself. I don't put on clothes. I just equip myself. God damn it! I mean, as I should have expected, this place is way too dangerous for somebody without a gun. Which I'm still not sure if I want to ever give this character a gun, just because, like, how would they know to use it? Do I say that as if, like, children can't quickly learn how to figure out a gun? I mean, not figure it out, but yeah, you will refuse to take control of the vehicle. Just wanted to show that off. Pants, but yeah, it's all absolutely filthy. I really want to find some, like, houses or something that I can steal from. I say steal as if anybody's gonna stop me. I believe this is like an evac shelter. Well, apparently there's a person here. Seriously, what's wrong? Oh, you're not one of them. Those Z. Those Z. Sorry, I just wanted to pretend that it would make any sense to pronounce a Z in this context. Those Z. I mean, come on in. No cousin trouble. Okay, let's chat. Howdy. What's up? What are you doing here? When shit hit the fan, I ran out here to this emergency shelter. Fortunately, the place hadn't been looted yet, and there weren't any Zeds lurking around. Jobs you need done? Did you know that cattails are a source of blah 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 blah? Yeah, I will definitely take your duffel bag, and I will never be back here, my friend. The flare. Don't know what a computer is. Protein rations. Protein rations. Syringe. I might need that, though my character would clearly not know what he's doing with it, but just about any I mean, I wouldn't know what I'd be doing with the syringe either. But yeah, use an emergency blanket to count for a makeshift sling. I do. Oh, I don't need it. I don't know why I haven't made it. Yeah, okay, put it under. Good. Oh yeah, I can get rid of the shoulder strap because I don't need it. Yeah, these bars of protein will be very nice. I can go back for the butcher's kit, but that just doesn't seem like a good use of my time. Protein bars. Pliers. What am I going to need bolt turning for with this character? Joint. What exactly need we do that high? I don't think so. I'm an addictive personality, so I should probably avoid some of that stuff. And food intolerance. Truth teller. Does this count as junk food? No, it does not, fortunately. There we go. That should be my vitamin needs sorted and my caloric needs sorted. Question is water. What was this? Heavy duty cargo truck. But yeah, if I did that quest for this NPC over here, they'd be happy. But I think the duffel bag they gave me to do the quest is more worthwhile than actually doing the quest. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it and run. Alright, let me just make sure, yeah, okay. Drawing. Evil swordsmanship. Something I'm gonna have to look into. Still jerry can. I don't know when that would be useful for a character like this one. Is that an orchard over here? There might be water somewhere. I kind of doubt it. Who knows? What the heck is this? Oh, a smoking rack. Smoking rack. Smoke? Sure, why not? Smoke the apples from over there. Alright. Yeah, these apples are very, very good. I will certainly take as many as I can carry. An open safe. It is empty. Maybe I should drop the spear so I don't break it. Oops, I didn't want to wear the spear. I wanted to wield the spear. Juice pulp. Left over from juice. Not very tasty, but it's healthy fibers. Well, it's not that healthy. But yes. Oh, there's also, yeah, of course there's wasps here. Why wouldn't there be? Just move my chair up. It's a little hard to move now that it's got a mat under it. But it's fine. Razor blade. What would I use this for? I mean, aside from melting it down for the steel, but I've never had a character that far down the crafting tree to actually be able to manage that sort of thing. Right, let's turn off auto foraging because I don't want to be bogged down just in case something happens. So safe mode on, sure. Yeah, no, just leave it off. The heck is this? Oh, for the quest. Right. Hopefully I can find like an LMOE shelter at some point. That'd be like the perfect place to put myself up. Right, strong stomach. This might, well, I mean, I don't say might, it probably would help me drink unsanitized water, but hopefully I'll just find a way to set fire. Right, what about tinder? Flammable material, finely divided for easy combustion. What about if... What? Right, I can't remember the word for the thing used to light fire. If not the things those are trying to search for. Maybe I don't know how to make it. Oh, it's poor bulldogs, I'm so sorry. Sorry that I'm going to use you for practice. Don't worry about a game. Why did he shit himself? Straight up shit himself in front of me. Sorry, bulldog. Survival of the fittest. The dog-eat-dog world. Here's another evac shelter. Okay, more protein. USB stick that my character has no idea what to do with. It's a fiber note that I can't read, except I can. Cha-cha-cha-chia. Saw a woman today with fungus coming out of her head like hair tendrils. Okay, that's fucked up. And now all I need is like water. If I can find some clean water from here, I guess I'll take those. If I can find some clean water, then I am good to go. I should probably pick up a bottle or two. So I have somewhere to put water if I find any. Protein. More protein, vinegar, and a teddy bear. And pamphlet. Sorry, I keep touching my face because it hurts. I like how well, I mean, it's probably because I'm talking. I like how I said that it wasn't as bad today, and then immediately after starting the stream, it just flared up, which, again, probably because I'm talking. Clearly, I should shut up. But not really a choice. It's either a really small town, a really big town, or... Well, I see, there's no or. It's either a very small town or a very big town, or a city, which would be really weird if there was a mall in a just absolutely like if the mall was bigger, like just single mall. Like there's more mall than like any other part of the town combined. Yeah, it looks fairly small unless it's just like the corner. I mean, actually, massive city. My character's really not in a position to be doing anything right now with how they're starting to get tired. So my character's overweight. That's both good and bad. From the southwest and below, you hear a wham. Okay, I'm not psychotic. Good. Okay, you're just gonna run from me. Awesome. Oh god, I should have looked before I leaped. That's on me. Luckily, I have fighting skills, so this shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, let's just let the wound bleed. I don't want to be next to these bodies for too long, but I also just shouldn't be running either. Yeah, pulp them, stop the bleeding. Oh, my hands have work gloves on them. Oh, no. Wear gloves, field spear. Is there anything on these guys that I would actually find useful? Contact lenses, I don't believe my characters. I mean, they have Wayfarer. I shouldn't assume they have any debuffs or anything else wrong with them. Well, aside from the things that come along with being a churro, but yeah. Yeah, nothing too problematic, so I don't have to worry. Oh, I don't want to be using that. Okay, this is the people just below us. And too impressive there. Caffeine, cigarette, pliers. Okay. Contact lenses. But yeah, we're not short-sighted or far-sighted, so we don't have a use for contact lenses. Yeah, aside from like the metals in there, in their jewelry, there's nothing really for us to take. Let's use some random bandages on everything. With proper bandages, we could probably train our medical skill up a bit, assuming that it's not already been brought up. Okay, yeah, it's already been brought up, probably during character creation. Either that or I trained it earlier. What about my athletic skill? Okay, that's something I can train up when we find a place to rest. Should probably take up the duffel bag, but can I say I'm not a clever man? So that's not the button I was thinking of. Right, page up, page down. That's what I get for playing different games over and over again, back to back. I just end up like not knowing either of them very well and mixing them all together. Yeah, this I still don't have the information I want to figure out whether or not this is. Oh my god, that mall is so unreachable. Wait, would it be if firecracker? Oh, bow fire drill. This fire drill is a simple item for starting fires. Okay, so that is the thing. Oh, it's fire holder I was thinking of. Oh, fire drill. Okay, yeah, 2 sticks. But yeah, obviously can't make that right now. Just keep kiting them through things that will slow them down at least slightly and get like proper angles on them so I can get a free hit or two before they hit me. Oh god, it's a good thing this character has melee skill, otherwise this would be just a death sentence fighting like this. But the spear is definitely coming in handy. Nothing. Just clothes. Clothes and things I can't really use. Just check this for like any cards, military or otherwise. Though it'd be funny if you couldn't even use a card reader. Oh, it's broken. Okay. It's got like 1 or 2 more hits in it. I should just grab my duffel bag and wield my base lord. I would like to manage to dive into one of these houses. This dog is gonna hurt. Not if I do it like that, and not if I kill it like that. Gold locket, leather belt, thermoelectric suit. None of that's actually anything I'm too concerned with. Though I would like to get out of this leather cloth. Leather cloth? Loincloth. I'd rather not be clothed in a loin. Let me get one of these doors down. Sundress. God damn women. Can't you have functional clothes in the apocalypse? How dare you have this useless garbage that's only good for looking pretty? Absolutely illegal. Okay, if I were to unload this into soap that's preferably in my inventory or just into other soap bottles. I'm just doing this so I'll have cleaning washboard. So I have an ability to clean my shit. Can't see the crap. Oh, right. And yeah, I am doing that here because I am a lunatic. This is somebody trying to just bash through the wall. Which definitely works in my favor. Order. Okay, let's make sure I am wielding the base lard. Oh yeah, if I were to activate... Okay, there's nothing to clean right now. But now I can take some stuff off of zombies and potentially end up using it. Cleansing agent. Don't know if that's actually going to be useful. Oh, shit. Yeah, let's get the fuck out. Let's break these windows just so the zombies potentially walk into them. Okay, no, sounds like a good time to run. Don't lie down, please. Don't crouch, don't... that either. Wait, is that small power substation? Of course there's a fucking canine unit. Double run. Oh, there we go. That's how you do it. God damn. See if we can't fight our way out. Shocker's gonna be the real issue. Okay. Oh, yes, stop smashing. Just a few more. Okay. Drop the base lard. Oh, god damn it. Take off gloves. Stop your bleeding. And yeah, I know there's more zombies out there, but I'm just hoping I can do this. Put my work gloves back on because I would like to have them. Okay, I think I killed everything that actually knows that I'm here. There's just seriously nothing of value on these guys. nothing of value to this character because he's not tech literate to know that, like, hey, maybe I should carry this random garbage with me. I just wanted to unwheel that. Whoops. But yeah, let's see. Bandaging advanced. This would work. Now, question is, where can I sleep? I guess I'll set up for going to bed, or settle for going to bed in the shitty evac shelter. Or a freaking lamb? No, it's a Labrador Retriever. Just punched the Labrador Retriever futilely. Or futilely. It wouldn't be incorrect to say that, considering I'm of some form of peasant. Hopefully nothing's moved into this area, but I don't think anything really moves. I mean, there are migratory hordes that you can set up, but it does. I think it's caused by like noise, where you'll just like have them horde in the ether, just migrate to you and just spawn at the edges of reality. But yeah, let's start practicing our bandaging. And turn the rag that is spawned from that back into a makeshift bandage and then use that on myself. Our focus is low, but we're a peasant. We can tough it out. Do need to solve the thirst question. What the hell am I going to be drinking? I think with this stuff, I mean, I don't know because I haven't looked it up, but I think with the strong stomach, there's a chance you don't get poisoned by water. I cannot raise it above 3. What is it now? It'll get there eventually. Makeshift funnel, chip sling, blindfold. Can I not make a makeshift bandage? Oh, I need a cotton patch. What the heck do I have now? Oh, I think I have the rag. Or no, what did I get back? Did I not get anything back? I think I might have used up the piece of cloth, I guess. I guess they were tired of you practicing and then getting stuff back. Choirs. I guess you don't get anything back now. What's my throwing skill set? It's set at 1, so I guess I'll practice throwing. Well, I say that I should probably. I can't read. Wait, what? Yeah. Wait a second. Is my character bugged? You cannot read a computer screen. Okay, good. I was somehow reading. I guess it has pictures. Which would make sense. It would make sense that a first aid kit instruction booklet would have like diagrams and shit of like put the bandage on your arm or on your wound or whatever. Let's eat some apples. The closest thing to fluid my character's getting. Okay, Well, I am getting some focus back. Okay, yeah, let's practice our throwing because we do have a random rock sitting around. There is in distressing pain, but physically speaking, his torso is the only thing that really needs repairs. Repairs! What the hell is wrong with me? Why am I using the weirdest? Like, ah, yes, that's exactly what I do when I go to the doctor. I'm not looking for a chair. I'm not looking to be, mended. Or, I mean, that's also kind of stupid. I'm not looking to be. I'm not looking to be prescribed medicine. I'm looking for someone to open my service hatch and repair my body. I don't know. Yeah, let's just rub some bandages on my biggest wounds. Saline solution, not exactly useful. Take an aspirin. Well, take 3. I mean, I've been taking 3. I've been taking. It's prescription pain or not prescription, non-prescription pain meds. So yeah, it's not much difference. Use some antiseptic, which I should save, but just to help with the healing process, I will shove that on my wounds. So I use some food. Also, yeah, matches. I mean, okay, when were matches invented? $1826. The funny thing is, you could be illiterate in 1826. That is not even like an argument that can be made. Like somebody from 1826 could be fully illiterate, and like you wouldn't even like it wouldn't surprise you. But no, I don't think my character would. I mean, they would probably be like, "What the hell is this? What the hell do I do with it?" Nah, let's drop it. Right, let's go find 2 sticks to rub together. Okay, yeah. Okay, bow fire drill, please, and thank you. There we go. That's how we make fires. Luckily, that does fit in my massive duffel bag. Okay. So can start a fire. Okay, so tinder. Okay, let's start smashing up everything. And then bring it all into one pile and then just start crafting until my character's absolutely unable to keep standing. I don't seem to be damaging the floor. Yeah, I shouldn't be hitting the floor at all. What if you? I mean, I know you can break certain floors. I mean, it's clearly targetable, since the game is referring to it. If I had something big enough to smash through it, probably could. Okay, my breath gives out. Let's wait a second. Good. But yeah, after this, I'll probably go to the swamp to collect some water and then warm it up. It's kind of the start of the next in-game day. Or maybe not. Let's gather everything up now. I don't need to get every single scrap because I'm Not gonna be able to carry every single scrap of wood. Okay. Club. Arrow. Sling. So I'm just looking through all this stuff. Alright, let's go Tinder. Making a batch. Let's make like 20. Tiny pieces of tinder. You don't want it to be too tiny, otherwise it doesn't actually. Okay, well, it really depends. For those of you who don't know, if something's too fine, it burns too quickly. And things that burn way too quickly don't make for good. It makes for a very good fire starter, but it doesn't hold fire very well. So that does work. I just want like half of this. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I thought it said I was over encumbered and then it stopped saying that. I think. When were metal nails invented? Let me look this up. Why am I holding myself to this? I have no idea. It's like weird conduct. When were nails invented? Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I feel like nails have been around forever. Or like conceptually been around forever at least. Slam a few of these, because we're still not tired. But yeah, then we can practice carving. The little light that remains is almost gone. Okay, what I am gonna need is to grab all of the emergency blankets and junk and then just throw them in a pile. Not that I really need them. I mean, I already have way more blankets than I really need. Okay, then. Maybe wait a second. Do I have accomplished sleeper? No, I don't. Which is surprising me. I should have taken that just because, like... I mean, yeah, medieval peasants probably didn't sleep on... I mean, they didn't all just sleep on, like, absolute garbage, but they probably didn't have much in the way of, like, fine beddery. It probably wasn't that common for them to have, like, nice beds. At least not... I mean, it really depends. Like, if you have, like, just... Like, even just, like, an animal hide bed would probably, like... Honestly, mattresses are fucking overrated. As long as you had, like, some nice, like... Nice, like, fur blankets. Oh my god, just sleeping on one of those. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's water here. You can't pick up spilled liquids. God damn it. Water, the stuff of life. The best thirst quencher. It would be safer to drink once purified. Boil. Oh, no. Water. Okay. Doesn't count as water I can use. Okay, just wanted to make sure of that. I didn't think it would be, but I just wanted to make sure. So sure safe mode's on so I don't have to fight a, what? It's not that I won't have to fight, it's that I won't be surprised when a mosquito tries to eat my ass. It's also set auto harvest because it will be somewhat useful. Okay, maybe I should just do bushes because then I won't have to worry about messages popping up. It's like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? Okay, pour into container, pour into container, pour into container. All right, let's. Yeah, let's pick like 500 as backup. All right, let's activate my bow. 2 minutes to light this fire. It's honestly respectable. And water. Right, I can't boil water because I don't have anything to hold it in. Don't have a pot or a pan or anything. And the fire is spreading. Can I just... Just burn down the entire forest? Fuck it. Just leave. It's not like I'm going to be chopping these trees down later anyways. I guess we're going to sneak into town because there's not much else to do. I don't think there's a better alternative to that. Make sure safe mode's on. Yeah, just to find like a pot or something. A box that's only useful for Dino Man. It'll soon just be absolutely pitch black. Keep running into town. My character, oh yeah, my character does have just straight up night vision and 10 perception, so yeah, they should be able to see everything. Well, they should be able to see things before they see them, is what I mean. But hearing, it's another story. Trench coat. Oh, I didn't even notice you there. God, I've already managed to get surrounded. It is slower than me. Okay, good. Wow. You guys are dicks, you know that? Capitalism. Sorry, I prefer Monopoly. Alright, I was wondering when my phone died for a second there. I'll say died, it just turned off. Antiseptic, that is good. I need it. I don't really need it. Medical cost though, I'll also take. So I didn't need it and then I picked it up. Maybe liquid soap just in case I want to clean something that's probably more than I need at this point. I'll bottle rubber gloves. Electronic gun safe, I'm not going to be able to hack into that ever. Let's hope and pray. Can you see me from here? You can. Wait a second, I have a base slug. Let's just kill this thing. Oh, there's no cockroaches down here or any other monsters. We should be good to go. Okay, can I like drag you upstairs? That is so nice that you can do that. Alright, am I? Yeah, I am bleeding. Gloves. Base Lord again. So this is all the zombies. This should be good. Oh. Okay, goodbye. Regular water. Hello, actual clean water. Probably sleeping these down this downstairs area. I had a different link of the Twit. Thank you, game, for not allowing me to be stupid. Burn to container. Burn to container. Oh, just suck from that life juice. Okay, boxer shorts. Also, by the way, that depth force is just gonna burn forever. Flashlight, character sheet. Wait, what? This one is for a rogue. Nice. I like how I just realized this is a. Oh, this is just a D&D table. It's not in the house. God, it's sad. Last thing they were doing was trying to play a game of D&D before everything went to shit. You know what? Let's go to sleep on the couch. I don't... I mean, I can... drag these gloves. Bandana. I don't know why I'm climbing over the table to do this. Just try to find every tiny bit. What is this? Oh, speakers. Every bit of clothing I can just to have a nice little warm pile. Oh shit to rub on my body. Good enough. Try to sleep again. A comfortable place to sleep. Bandage wound down my left leg. Heals good. Toss and I turn. Nah, just keep trying to sleep, my dude. We're in a good situation right now. Why say that? There's zombies everywhere upstairs. If he did manage to pass out. I'm cold. Don't have the best pile. Obviously, if I could just grab a blanket, it would be perfect, but there's not much you can do about it. Hopefully I don't end up too cold. just imagine, like, all you have left is, like, you don't have a bed, you just have your closet of clothes. Like, just imagine, like just having, like, just a pile of your underwear. Just, like, that being what you're resting your head on. Just... So, like, just imagine, like, trying to cover every inch of your body with, like, your socks. I'm just thinking about that. It's like, god damn. So that you have to wear it. And at some point, like, honestly, having it, like, strewn, like, underneath you and on top of you is, like, more comfortable than, like, wearing, like, 3 shirts. It wouldn't make, you know... Wouldn't make any sense to be wearing it. I mean, at least wear, like, a layer. As many layers as would be comfortable, but... At some point, if you want to get warm, you're just gonna have to make a pile of your clothes. Just... Sorry, I'm just laughing at the concept. And, like, no pillows. That'd be the worst part. I need a pillow to sleep. Like, holy shit, there's nothing worse than, like, having my head... Like, literally anything else but having a pillow. Like, I could be sleeping on just, like, solid rock. I was gonna say concrete, but, like, concrete's kind of, like, naturally flat, because that's how you... Well, I mean... Never mind. But, like, I could be sleeping on a rock and like you know, all bumpy and shit, like completely uncomfortable. But if I have a pillow to rest my head under, it's like it's all I need. I mean, it still wouldn't be easy for me to sleep because I'm an insomniac, but as long as I have a pillow to rest my head against, so because my you know my head, like most people, is a very sensitive area. Also, I should put on work gloves again. Oh my god, my character a fast healer? This was down to 1, by the way. I guess it was just my skill is high? Where the heck am I holding this water? There it is. There you go. Drop the water. Pour this into the container. Have a drink, have a drink. Alright. I am unhappy. You are not content with your life. I'm a peasant. What is the issue? Miscellaneous. Oh, info morale. Oh, just cold. Is that seriously what you're belly aching over? That you're a little chilly. Okay, I don't know why I've been bothering looking at books. Okay, it is bright outside, and I just probably alerted a strong zombie to me. Dog food. I mean, I have enough protein bars to last me quite some time. What I really need is something cook food in, which hopefully I'll find. Or pestle. Oh, I can just cook with that. Tongs. No, I don't need it. Spatula. Whisk. Can opener. No, I'm good. Kettle. Yeah, sure. Let's pick that up as like the actual proper container. Hot corn casserole. I'm surprised it's still hot. Pick that up to eat later. Thyme, toaster, bird eggs, hard cheese. Ooh. Who doesn't like a good bit of cheese? Okay, let's just... What do I want to eat? Oh, anything in red is probably processed. One way or another, it'll make me sick. Let's just eat the lunch meat. Oh, let's exit through that. Some of the glare makes it hard to see, too. I'm wearing glasses. What the hell is causing so much glare from not wearing glasses? That's a major problem I have in real life when I wear, well, I say when I wear my glasses. When I'm outside, like even though I have transition lenses, which basically turns my glasses into, or my prescription glasses into sunglasses in the sunlight, it's still like my glasses will reflect the sun directly into my eye, which is not like it's focusing it, it's just like it's just redirecting in the general vicinity of my my eyeballs. Which is not pleasant. What's this house made out of? Stone. Nice. So yeah, this is a fairly large, relatively speaking, town. I was honestly thinking that it would just be like this. And it would just be like 99% mall. I'll say Damn, what is this, America? So yeah, I mean, any first world country is there's a lot of malls everywhere. Most of them, anyways. I don't know. America is just the one that gets clowned on for it the most. Yeah, let's avoid these towns during the day. I think nighttime will be the safest time. Let's let this guy come into melee range of us. Okay. Oh, I was beating him with my gloves. I didn't have my base lord out. That was me punching the shit out of him. Okay, let's use this gauze on my torso. Anywhere else I'm wounded? Not really. Take an aspirin just to deal with the pain. Which I think I'll do as well. Some solidarity. Blech. Sorry, I'm kind of biting my tongue half the time. Question is, what the hell am I gonna... What am I actually aiming to do? Aside from just getting all my skills up just so I can make anything I need in the moment. It's not much I want to do aside from just survive as long as I can. Because, you know, I don't intend to use anything, like, high-tech. Aside from, like, mutagen, because that's fun. If I did a new mutagen playthrough, that would just, like, not be fun. At all. For me personally, anyways. Is there going to be a Baron here? There is. Much faster than you. Okay, luckily, it's not a territorial bear. I wonder if it's blocking the way down. If there's a way down, that sometimes ways down in the caves. I don't know if it's always the case, but who knows? Skew. I guess we're fighting the bear. Holy shit! I just murdered a bear. It's pretty impressive. What the hell is that? Chunk of meat that's glowing? Sorry, my brain. Somehow, this is here. This is where we came down. This is where we spawned. But this is in line here. So the light is... I mean, except that doesn't... That also doesn't make any sense, because how's the light here? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Yes. Okay, there's nothing here. So yeah, if I had like a pickaxe or something, and want to toil my way in the mines, I could do that. With garlic. Yeah, my character won't be particularly happy, but they're peasants, so makes sense. Polytext. That doesn't help me, game. I can't read. Like, my character's like, I love the Bible. It's like, but you're illiterate. It's like, I know what I said. Feathers, handful of young leaves. Of course, it's just gonna make my character sad. But yeah, I'm also just exploring until I can find something to do. Yeah, shooting range. Oh, the reason I didn't explore here is because it was infested by hornets. I was like, I feel like I should be able to see more. But nah. Oh, that makes sense. How I remember that, I have no clue. It's just putting two and two together, I guess. Less remembering and more just guesswork. Hardware store, house. Firefighter zombie might have an axe on them, which might be a bit of an upgrade. Come on, zombie. I'm ready for you. Nothing special. Alright. Coming. Okay, batteries, which aren't exactly useful. Flame retardants, or flame resistant suit. Pick that up to clean. Burnout coat. Sure. That sounds good to me. All I need is a rag to finish my cleaning apparatus. Oh, I need water. Cleaning apparatus? What the fuck is wrong with me today? I can't speak normal English. Gotta speak in the most obtuse way possible. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking one more time. Yeah, okay. Just all poor fitting. Because I am currently wearing like a rags and tunic, or a rag tunic and foot wraps and all kinds of garbage. Wait a second. Oh, I'm also wearing hand wraps. I'll take those off because I already have gloves. Oh, you can't even see me when I'm right in front of your face. Good. Bandages, aspirin, dentures. I was gonna say the dentures are probably pretty useful for this character, considering he doesn't know what brushing his teeth is, and I'm like, yeah, like me. It's not that I don't know what brushing my teeth is, it's that I didn't do it when I was young enough to benefit from it. It is already too late. Damage has already been done. Alright, let's start with flame resistant suit, and then we can just wear that. Yes, I know my torso is a very encumbered game. Actually, let's drop the bag. Okay, loincloth. Replace that out with briefs. Foot rags. Tunic. Oh, the cargo pants don't fit. What a novel concept though, a shirt. An undershirt, but a shirt nonetheless. Okay, so underwear, outer layer, socks, handwear, elbow gear, undershirt. So yeah, I need pants. So I need more than anything. Chocolate drink, unfortunately. It doesn't understand the value of chocolate milk. Okay, let's see. Shorts. Denim shorts. Fine. It's dumb, but it's what I've got. Book of Fairy Tales. Yeah, I'm illiterate. So yeah, I mean, obviously I don't have it on me, but the instruction booklet in the first aid kit didn't say that. So apparently it doesn't require learning at all. I was gonna say learning skill. It doesn't require you to be literate. What's from my torso? Oh, the bleeding stops. Disinfect just at random. Let's pick back. Pick back up. That's not an incorrect way to say that. Do I have a screwdriver? Because I might need it eventually. Beverage bag. I don't think I need much of that. Flashlight. Yeah. Not too interested in the wand of light, because I can see in the dark. Proper medication just in case I need to. Stave off acid reflux. There you go. I know how to English. Let's go back for my bag. Let's put safe mode on just in case. This is a hardware store. Is there anything I actually have any sensible use of? Seeds. Shears. Yeah, I'm just checking to see if those windows open. There's the waypoint in the middle of town, which is making noise to distract, so I'm probably good. Odds are it's not going to be able to shoot me through the zombies. I hope. It's a house, despite how weird it looks. Of heals, entirely useless brownies. Oh, I can't eat that. Oh god, what I do for brownie right now. I mentioned it earlier. I mean, I just no point of not saying it again. But I am trying to lose weight again, despite the fact that I'm. I mean, currently it's God, what's the phrase? Oh, like a heat stroke advisory. Like it's too hot. It is hot enough that I would if I tried to even like go for a walk, I would probably die. I would probably need to spend more time drinking water than breathing to not die of heat stroke. That is how hot it is currently. And of course, my body is not well suited to the. I mean, I already, even in normal weather that I would feel comfortable going out in, I would still sweat like a. God, I was about to say a pig in heat, and I'm like, well, pigs don't sweat, and I don't even. I mean, pigs probably go. I don't know. I have no clue if pigs go into heat. How the fuck would I know that? Why would I know that? Gallon-sized zipper bag. I know they exist, but still, it's funny to have it like displayed in the video game. But yeah, I sweat like a hooker in church, which is my favorite phrase to use to describe how little I have for heat tolerance, or how little heat tolerance I have. Yeah, football armor. That's don't let go of it. How do I let go of this? Stop! Let go. My character was just like bringing it with him, and I'm just like, what? Yeah, wear this football armor. Do I have any conflicting layers? Oh, the heck is... Oh, this is close to skin. Oh, okay. I don't need the undershirt. Okay, fair enough. Undershirt, and apparently I don't need the underwear either. I guess it does make sense that the firefighter outfit does provide heat resistance. It's right next to the skin. It's so weird. I guess it's layered. I guess it's layered. Like I guess it's the whole getup. Like I imagine it's like overalls and like, you know, flame retardant underpants. Stop grabbing shit. Oh, I have caps lock on. I'm like trying to check for stuff. And I'm just going ape shit. Okay, I already have all the water I can carry. Coat. Okay, what do I have? Let's check this menu. Okay, so I don't have anything covering my mouth. I don't believe I have anything. I mean, this is covering my entire body, except for my feet. So all I really need is a pair of shoes. And I think I'm good. Heels, no. Futuristic black bodysuit. Perfect for hunting space pirates and parasitic aliens. Dance shoes, those are... Did you just fucking say heels? Expensive black dance shoes with large heels. Are you... Would you say heels? I assume it means like the actual heel of the shoe, and not like when it said heel. I thought it meant like, you know, the stereotypical heel. Like these pair of heels, pair of high heels. Encumbrance 50. Well, the dance shoes are encumbrance. Where is your encumbrance? Okay, 2. Okay, let's attempt to wear them before the zombies get to me, and let's just get the hell out of here now. Actually, let's do one more check. Okay, so I have stuff in my hands, feet. I believe I have the suit for legs. So yeah, okay. I have a full set of. I have essentially a full set of clothing. Fucking section. I have to see what's in there. Don't mind the right control platform just getting like slapped by zombies ineffectively, or whatever. It doesn't matter. I need to know what's in this section. Just for shits. I need to know what the game developers have put in this place. Let's drop the duffel bag. Start ripping and tearing. How about boots? And they fit. Picture the sleek zombie? Right, of course I can't actually, like, analyze the corpse. Analyze the corpse. Again, just... Not the... Definitely not common... parlance. Okay, what the hell? This zombie is red. Oh, it's a hooker zombie! I was legitimately like, what the fuck is this? Grab the duffel bag, smash this shit up. Oh, even with this, I feel like I want the combat boots rather than the dress shoes. Combat boots, yeah, give me those. And then wash. Oh no, I need a rag for this. Okay, I wouldn't happen to be able to easily make a rag, would I? Oh no, what's the patch? Right, dismantle. Dismantle. Sure, why not? Let's try the backpack. Okay, let's wield the base lord. No, I don't want to stop wielding it. I guess I game claimed I see something, but apparently not. Drop the base lord, activate the work in progress. Oh, it must be like appearing in this window. I'm just trying to find something to. Ooh. Base lord, please, Gib. Okay. Field work in progress. No, no. Oh, disassembly. Oh, no. Drop. To yield. Disassembly. Activate it. Okay, fair enough. Let's do this again. I'm more than willing to keep doing this. Hands it to Cumbered, which is also probably affecting my craft speed. Wait until I can actually see them like right up in front of me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep getting distracted. Wash. Hard items. Where the hell do I? Washing kit. Oh, dish towel. Okay, I see. Or sponge. Cotton patch. Cotton. Or cotton scraps. Let's look at this one more time. Washing kit. Dish towel, scrub brush. Okay, so I need any of those things. Fair enough. That's not unreasonable. Back my gloves. Actually, let's keep checking. God, I was about to say something kind of savage, but I will contain myself. Oh God, there comes a dog. Actually wielding my weapon. Now I am. Yeah, look at this character; it's quite strong. God, why is there a metal? I mean, it makes sense, but also like, why is there a metal door between me and the sex shop? Pick up the dance shoes, so I have a spare pair of shoes. How much is my character being upset by the shoes? Oh, only 6. Which is honestly offset just by eating a brownie for the most part. Yeah, I'm obviously not gonna be able to break through that. Alright, let's just get rid of these zombies so I can figure out what I'm doing next. Maybe the front door is just open. I mean, it wouldn't even be surprising if it was still open. Fucking heroin. Chocolate bars. You know what, let's let them get right up close to me. Okay. Let's draw my work gloves. Unwield my base lard and then put pressure on the wound until it stops. Rewield. Get my work gloves again, wear them again. Oh, that was already there. Fair enough. Yeah, okay, nothing too helpful. Let's go around and make sure everything is maxed out in terms of effectiveness. Make sure everything's healing as fast as I can, so my stride doesn't get broken. Bead door. You know, I will take this. This magic wand looks like it has a nice bit of charge in it. So my character thinks flashlights are. Okay, so I need dishcloth. Not there. And a sink. There we go, dish towel. And a scrub brush. I don't really need anything more. Okay, washing kit. Activate the washing kit. And go find the bathroom. Where the heck is the bathroom? It's a better question. It's a sink. Yeah, I know. God. More. La Vida Dishilosa. Oh, it's a cookbook. I feel like I haven't seen this before, but yeah, a Mexican cookbook. Which, again, like I was saying, never seen it before. Oh, I can't see to do it. Right. Let's just break the window. I didn't need to do it like that, but I'm lazy. Use the detergent nearby. And yeah, now I have a nice pair of work boots, which of course aren't fully repaired, so they're a little meh. That's honestly fine. Detergent. Medium disposable battery. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make use out of that. Kerosene. What is kerosene good for? Oh, for oil lamps. I guess I'll pick it up, sure. And the lamp. Oil lamp. Put this away. Why should I have night vision? What the hell am I picking up kerosene for? I don't need to see in the dark. If anything, that's just gonna make me easier to see in the dark. Let's make sure my base loads out, because I did punch a zombie with I think my work gloves earlier. Right. I also want to clean. Where is it? This turnout coat. Because that will be on my outer layer. Possession values are reduced. Because the item needs repairs. It's true. Wouldn't it be cool if there was like a book to train you to not be illiterate? Well, I mean, there definitely are in real life. It wouldn't be easy, of course, because you'd actually need to understand that this book is trying to teach you how to speak, but I feel like... And, of course, it would be, like, really difficult to actually learn how to... It'd be easier to learn how to speak from not being able to... It would easier... I mean, no, my character already knows how to speak. It would just be a question of, like... Or like somebody could, like if there was like a teacher in the apocalypse, it wouldn't be that hard to teach illiteracy if you had nothing else better to do. Clown shoes. Dark ring? A dark silver ring with skull decorations and a pitch black onyx mounted on top of it. Oh, clearly a necromancer's ring. Let's take that. Take it and wear it. Sure. And like there's always gonna be somebody who's like, oh, it's really hard to teach an adult how to read and write. It's like, well, you know, if babies could figure it out, then adults should be able to figure it out too. It's not how that works, but just me trying to be dumb. Well, just me being dumb, I suppose I should say. Some of these... Yeah, the first aid booklet, you can somehow read that. So is that in my inventory? A bullet. Don't mind me being actually illiterate. A bouquet. It's also wrong. Booklet. Yeah, let's drop that. Ooh, a map. That's so illiterate that you can't read a map. You do still need light. Tarpaulin? Plastic sheet with several grommets for securing it with rope or cord. Useful for improvised rain protection, whatever the hell that is. What do you... I said this last time I was playing. It's like, what do you mean it's... What do you mean a cookie that is just like grandma used to make? What do you mean it's highly processed junk food? You trying to start a fight? Cookies are not junk food. They wouldn't be outside the palate of a peasant. It wouldn't be something they've eaten before, but like it wouldn't make them fucking sick. Just to take out my rage on this guy. Wow, rude! Did you just spill? You just spilled honey all over the place, dick. How could you do that? Yeah. You absolute monster. Oh my. Where's weird? Perk gloves. I have to wield them. Just store them in my inventory, sir. Stop the bleeding. Butter knife, onion, cake, which of course, also something it wouldn't make somebody sick. Oh god. It's like, how would that make you sick? I mean, yes, it's not good for you, but it certainly wouldn't make you sick. That's like... I don't know. I don't know a good comparison. That's like... It's not really an equivalent, but it I don't know, I'll just say it anyways. That's just like saying somebody that's never eaten meat before is gonna somehow get like indigestion because their body isn't used to it. It's like, goddamn, like human body doesn't give a shit what it is. What matters is gonna be broken down into like, you know, sludge and like metabolized. Well, turn into like, you know, dew. Melted down by your stomach acids and then, you know, slowly ripped apart by your insides. Which is essentially how we digest things, you know. Breaking it down and then absorbing it. But like, hot damn. I don't know how the hell like a nice a baked cookie is gonna like upset my tummy. It's like goddamn, it's food. You, so the reason that humans are so prolific is because we literally eat everything. There's not a place you could put a human being where they can't find food. It's like the Arctic and Antarctic, the coldest places on the planet. Animals live there. There's bears, there's seals, there's all kinds of shit to eat. There's not much vegetation, but we're not vegetarians. We're not herbivores. Herbivores. We eat anything our body can process, regardless of how it was made. Like if it's made out of matter that our body can use, we can uh, we can use it. And like the exceptions are like stuff like grass, which like you know you need specific like parts for that to even work. Like cows have like how many goddamn stomachs? Just for the like multiple like I don't know if they're, I mean I know they're separate stomachs, which is why they're counted as being multiple organs. But like cows have the I was gonna say infrastructure. They have like the redundancies. Like they have stuff in place for that to actually work. Us on the other hand, we don't have that. That's like the only exception for the most part. Everything is just ignoring me. I'll oh, here's a chat. Actually, let us run away from the child because they will make us depressed. But like the hottest places, like literally, most humans come from like you know Africa. You know, entirely different continent. Well, from the one that I live on, but like just well, hot if nothing else. There's definitely different places like that aren't. It isn't just the Sahara Desert. Most humans were living in the desert. We're omnivores, so we're not suicidal. But like like there's nothing there that we really couldn't eat. Like even in the desert, I mean, there are people living in the desert because they either have no choice or because they've gotten used to it, or they were born there and grew up there, and it's like, what do you mean I could live somewhere else? That's like a concept that only modern people really understand. Well, say modern. I was gonna say then I was gonna follow up by saying civilized. People living in first world countries that have like knowledge of like the entire world, which not everybody has access to. Like there's not many people who are like, oh yeah, I'll just move. Like living in like Africa or just like in the extremely rural parts of Africa, were like, oh yeah, I'll just move. I'll just stop living in the what is essentially hell to like someone like me. You know, like they just get used to it. And there's like just regardless, like there's still stuff to eat. Like as long as there's a single animal with meat on their bones, or just any living thing that is also found a niche, a way to live in that environment, humans will be able to eat it. Usually, preferably not, you know, preferably not grass though, like actual grass. Is that there's not much nutrition you can get from eating grass. That's the main problem with grass as a food source, is that it doesn't provide anything. It's like, yeah, sure, you could eat just there's so much grass. You could eat like pounds and pounds of this stuff, but like you wouldn't be able to get enough out of it to be worth the effort of putting it like people talk about like negative calories. Not in a modern sense, but in an in a more like animalistic sense, in a more like and yeah, I'm taking my hands off the keyboard because this is honestly more interesting to me right now, and I don't want to lose my train of thought. But essentially, when somebody says negative calories in a diet sense, they mean like, oh, your body takes more energy out processing it. But in nature, basically the equivalent would be something that's just not worth eating. Like say like let's take an example of like a worm. Tiny as I'll get out. Now imagine that worm was as fast as a rabbit, agile as a rabbit. So you could have just as hard and expend just as much energy trying to like root around for worms in the ground as you would like catching a rabbit. But there's like nothing to it. Like the rabbit is by itself is probably enough food to last you a day. Like if you catch a rabbit, or well, if you just had a rabbit, you didn't have to chase it, but you just had a full rabbit on your dinner plate, and you ate the whole thing, as much of it as you can actually make use out of, including like the bone marrow, everything. That's a full day's meal for somebody that went through no effort. If you had to chase the rabbit, that's like you'd have to catch multiple rabbits, and even then, the time you have to spend preparing it, like, and then you got to remember that you also have to do everything else. Like you still need to find water, and it's like, are the rabbits worth chasing around like a madman? The answer is no. The answer is fuck no. That's why we built snares. That's why we built snares. So we just set the snare out, minimum effort. Like all we had to do was go to one place, do some shit with our hands, go to another place, put some leaves on like a little like snare trap, and then just set it out and just wait for the rabbit to come and get itself killed. You know, the rabbit gets caught in the snare trap, we have an easy meal, so we don't have to chase shit around. Because while the human body is designed to chase shit, it is not the best form of getting food. And if you want to go on the perfect diet, go hunt your fucking food. Go out in the wilderness and just chase shit around and try to get something to eat. You're not going to be able to do it. It's not that easy. And not easy in the sense of like, if you hadn't spent your entire life doing this and understood what you're doing, like even if you had like the basic, like even if you had a knife or like a spear or just a bow and arrow, you wouldn't be able to catch it. You wouldn't have an easy time catching a rabbit. You could try the best you could, but if you have never used any of those tools before, like you've got to give our ancestors some fucking credit. They there is a reason why we evolved technology. There's a reason that's what we went for. It's because it's so much easier than doing anything. Like people are like, oh, we're so lazy in our modern day. It's like, bitch, people used to have to chase food around. And then, like, this isn't like talking about like millions of years ago. Like when they had to chase shit around. Like this is, or like when they stopped chasing shit around. Like this has been going on like progressively forever. Like humans developing new methods of hunting and slowly beginning to use less and less of their energy, like trying to fill their basic needs, and more time doing it literally anything else. Why do you think we spend so much time killing each other? It's because we have nothing else better to do. That's the reason people have been in so many wars the past 100,000 years. It's because we don't have to spend our time getting food. We don't have to rely on you know team effort to get enough food for us to like stock up for the winter. Like. And like this hasn't been a sudden drop of the hat. Oh, humans don't do anything anymore. Like, oh, we're so lazy. It's like, bitch, it's not laziness. It's using your brain. Like, in terms of an evolutionary like advantage, what would be the point of becoming smarter if you just didn't do anything different? It's like, what's the point of being a dolphin with one of the most intelligent non-human you know capacities in terms of like brain memory or yes sorry, I'm bad at explaining this shit, but like they have like subhuman intelligence, like they're close, but they got no fucking hands. What the fuck are they gonna do? They've still got to do everything we've done since the dawn of time. They've still got to chase the food around. They still do. They, you're never gonna see a dolphin use a fucking trap. You're never gonna see a dolphin making like shitty seaweed snares to catch like small fish. You're just not. It's because they don't have hands. They don't have any. They don't have any way to use tools at all. They have no functioning, appendages. So their intelligence is just at a dead end because they can't use it. And it's like so what? Like you really think there's any difference between us humans now, and us humans 1,000 years ago? There was still people. You go back 1,000 years, there were still people like, oh, we're so lazy nowadays. All we do is just set traps, pick berries, and just just jerk off and eat the shit that we're growing in our fields. It's like it's like nothing's changed. Humans are just as lazy compared to the earlier generations as we've always been. It's called progress, baby. Sorry, anybody who's actually come for the game and not for me just ranting about random shit, but like no matter what you do, people have always been like this. Like at one point, we were hitting things with rocks, and then we were like, "Oh, but stick longer though." And ooh, you point the stick and you can like jab it in real good, and it gets stuck and it blood everywhere. It's like, oh, I just learned how to throw a rock. It's like, shit, man, I don't even have to chase anything anymore. I don't have to bludgeon it with my stick. I don't have to beat it with a rock. I can just take a nice big rock and just cave something's head in from, like 50 feet away before it would even consider me a threat. Like, oh, now I can mix stick with rock and more stick and grass that I've you know weave together, and now I don't even need to put in effort to throw. I just need to pull and aim, and if I fuck up, it doesn't matter because I just pick it back up, and like no effort's lost or no like energy is lost. Like yes, using a bow is not easy, but like it's not like we're trying to kill other humans. We're not trying to kill some dune armor. We're not trying to penetrate anything aside from just like some like deer hide, which is still difficult. But like considering in comparison, trying to bludgeon something to death or poke it to death with the spear, like using something like a bow or just a throwing spear, which is still more effort than you know still more effort than just waiting for the food to come to you and setting a trap and forgetting it. But it's still like it's like at what point will people just shut up and realize that humans have always been like this? If you think that humans should go back to their hunter-gatherer roots, realize that the people who are hunter-gatherers wanted as little to do with finding their own fucking food as possible. They wanted the easy way out. We always have. We're no fucking different. It's like, oh, we too quickly stopped being hunter. It's like, motherfucker. Like at some point, we weren't hunter gatherers. We were farmers and trappers. It's like this wasn't instantaneous. Like this has been a thing we've been doing our entire existence. This is why we have a brain. This is why we adapt. This is what we do. Like it's like, oh, we should, like, yeah, motherfucker, let's go back to eating like bananas and shit. Like, let's go back to climbing trees and like you know, like if we really wanted to go back, like, dude, you know how far back we'd have to go before you'd recognize us as humans? We literally there's like it's literally just the joke of returning the monkey, because anything, like even monkeys showed like the ability to use tools. So like we'd have to regress even farther if you really wanted humans to not have any of the staple like behaviors of humans. Like if you really wanted to remove what makes us people, like if you really wanted to make us no longer lazy, essentially. It's like lazy people reliant on technology. It's like, motherfucker, we wouldn't even be able to use rocks at that point, because rocks are still a form of technology in comparison. Because guess what? If we go to the point where humans stop using, if we decide, like, it's like, oh yeah, let's just not use tools anymore. It's like, how the fuck do you can't farm because farming requires tools. Seeds are tools, clearly. Like, you'd have to go so far back that what are we gonna do? Are we gonna like chase after like deer, wait for them to die of exhaustion, and then what? They're passed out. How are you gonna kill them? How are you gonna cook the meat? Fire's a tool. It's like if you humans can't function without technology, without some sort of like some of the advancements we've developed. Human hands, bare human hands, are not designed to pierce hide. Like you'd have to, and the thing is that the people that might be able to say like, oh well, I'm capable of benching like 200 pounds. It's like motherfucker, give it 2 generations. There's not going to be enough time in the day, because we're going to have to be hunting again constantly, like all other animals, trying to get enough food to survive. So if you like, oh yeah, but I like bench all this weight, it's like, how the fuck are you going to maintain that if we neglect technology? Like if we forego our technology, the hell are you going to train? Are you going to be bench pressing like fucking rocks? Like, what tools are you going to be using to maintain this strength? You're not. This this technology assisted strength that you have is going to be lost in a generation. It's just going to be gone, kaput. It's like there's not going to be any bodybuilders for long. It's like 1 generation later, there's not going to be any, bodybuilders. Just like this, the strength is going to have to come from somewhere. You're going to have to be like fighting, like you're going to have to be like hunting so much food, which you're not going to have time to exercise. The only exercise your body's going to be getting is going to be while you're getting food, because you're not going to be able to eat a full meal and then exercise. Because where are you getting these free calories from? The only reason we're capable of exercising the way that we are in the modern day and age, and also getting fat, that's the thing. That's the reason why people get obese, is because we don't need to work for our food anymore. So, but the thing is the alternative is that you're just gonna have people starving to death. I mean, you still have people starving to death today, because they don't have access. They don't have access to the easy food, and they don't have access to the hard food either. They have access to neither. They don't got the infrastructure for the easy food, and they don't have. I actually don't understand why they don't have the act. I think the problem is that they're too advanced to simply. Well, I think the world has progressed too far where they can't, like in third world countries that have massive food shortages. I think the problem is that their areas are too civilized, to cultivated, to really be able to subsist off of hunting anymore. You can't be a hunter gatherer in some place that has infrastructure. You can't have a place that's being you know urbanized, used for hunting grounds. It's not going to work. So basically, they basically been forced to progress, but also can't progress far enough to actually get the food they need. It's like yeah, life's a bitch. That's also a problem with the like forcing technology down people's throats. And the problem is that they would still be dying anyways. Just like people naturally people would naturally have issues getting food, regardless of whether you left them alone or not. Like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. Until they get to the point where they have the infrastructure to maintain a balance, there's not going to be a solution. And yes, I'm all over the place. Yeah, I'm partially talking about modern food shortages in third world countries, and at the same time talking about like going back to our hunter gatherer roots. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but like this is just something that my brain has decided that I want to talk about. And like I'm more so just talking about it for myself. Since I mean, nobody's talking. Never mind. Back to what I was actually wanting to talk about. But like, if you didn't bring them what little conveniences of the modern life that we can easily bring over, like the basic infrastructure, which obviously didn't go over too well because still problems. Except now we also have the infrastructure that we know everything that's going on, which is also major, major pain in the ass for anybody who's just like, it's like what, it's like as if anybody else would know better. As if like, oh yeah, there's children starving in Africa. It's like, bitch, they would be there whether we did anything or not. It's like there's no changing the fact that there's people starving in my neighborhood. Like that it doesn't matter whether it's a third world country or first world country. There's starving people everywhere. You know, it's like they would be there. Like if this was still like 1,000 years ago, we'd still be starving. There'd still be people that are starving. There would still be people who couldn't get the food. They're either because they're too weak, too old, too frail, yeah, without family to do it for them, if they're too young or whatever. Like, there, there's no good time. There's never been a point in time in human history where everybody's been perfectly well fed. It just doesn't happen. There's always going to be somebody who's dying of starvation, dying because they couldn't get the water they need, dying because they didn't have any shelter, even though that somebody else did. It's like, yeah, that's how it works. It's like life isn't perfect. At no point has there ever been a perfect. Like people try to pretend like, oh yeah, just go back to these times. It's like there were no times where it was easy. It's like this is the easiest it's ever been, and people still want to go with the past. It's like fuck me, man. It's like you don't know how much harder it could be. And that's my problem. Is that these people have no idea what hardship is. The people that are talking about like, oh, save the animals, don't eat meat, or don't do this, don't do that. It's like you think it was better before. It's like, oh well, don't bring modern medicine to third world countries that are suffering a plague. It's like nothing would change no matter what you did. At least with the progress they can be brought to like the like if you don't try, there's not going to be any progress. Like if you just leave everything as it is, and the people that, well, obviously now it's kind of like you're really screwed if you want to like you can't like pull out of third world countries and be like, oh yeah, we're not going to like try to help at all with building infrastructure at all. It's like, well, you kind of do gotta finish what you start. But like even if you went back to before and just left it there, do you really think there wouldn't be problems still? Like if we like reverse the clock, and it's like yeah, they would still be like let's say they were hunter gatherers still in third world. You just replace third world countries or countries that would have never developed had somebody else not interfered. You go back and you just don't do it this time. They would still. Sorry, I'm just. It's like somebody who's like never had to hunt for their food for their life, or never had to like walk 1,000 miles to the only fresh source of water and put it in a giant like vase and carry it with them back to the village. People who've never done that before don't get to say like, "Oh, we should have just never helped them at all." It's like, it's like shit. Like, it's like yes, a lot of the places still have that problem where they still need to go like out of their way to get water. It's like, but leaving them alone wouldn't change that. Leaving them alone wouldn't make that better for them. Leaving them alone means there's no progress. And it's like if you have a problem with progress that already exists, it's like well, what would have happened if we just left them alone? They would have progressed more slowly. It's like, well, yes, but at the same time, the problems would be there until they were fixed. And it's like, what would it help? It's like sorry, it's just very passionate about this sort of thing. Where like people who are anti, like it's like oh we should totally leave like uh, basically there are people and I don't know this might no longer be the case, but this was the thing when I was like researching the topic of like tribes that are complete have been completely untouched by civilization, and people are like oh we shouldn't do anything about it. It's like it's like my dude, these are humans just like you or I, and you don't want them to know what a computer is. You don't want them to know anything. You're like, what are they fucking animals to you? Is this something to just be like watched? Like, it's like this isn't National Geographic. They're not monkeys doing this shit for your entertainment. They're people trying to survive. And it's like yes, at the same time, like we have no right to uproot everything they know and like try to change them, but like also like it's like it's like if I was in the situation, like imagine there being another tier above this. Imagine imagine a world where we're also in the same scenario. We're essentially also a civilization that is lower on the advancement scale of technology and everything. And we're essentially just like Neanderthals to this even higher form of humanity. Imagine there being like a cure for cancer, a cure for literally everything that could ail these people. Like literally, the common cold probably wipes them out. Like at half their population every time it rolls through. Like or any sort of like contagious disease, because I mean those have been around for as long as living things have been around. You know, but like imagine there's a cure for cancer, and they're just like, well, we want to let this. We want to see how this pans out and see if they can figure out for themselves. We want to see if they can come to a different conclusion than we came up with, or we just we're just doing it for entertainment, essentially. Like it's like, oh, but no, we want to. No, the people who are dying of cancer, the people who are dying of stuff, like yeah, they fixed everything. They at world peace in their society, in their like higher human society, world peace, no hunger, no disease. Relatively speaking, that is what we are to those people. That is what we are. We are, you know, I don't know at this point if they even still exist, but we're still like thousands of years ahead of them. They are still hunter gatherers. At the time that I was researching this, they were hunter gatherers. So like, yeah, we are thousands of years ahead. Like, just imagine, like, we're just being watched by satellite of like other humans that have somehow like completely escaped our notice that have this absolute advanced technology, and they're just like acting like they're like all high and mighty. Like some people actually want to give like modern technology, their modern technology, to them from their perspective, to us, and they're just like, oh no, no, we want to protect them, we want to shelter them and let them develop on their own. It's like, no, motherfucker. Not a single person on this planet Earth would be like, nah, nah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, yeah, I don't want any more technology. No, I'm good. I mean, there are people that are that dumb, but like, most people with their head on straight, but like, yes, yes, please. And it's like, obviously, you can't go up to these people and ask them for permission. If like, hey, can I blow your mind right quick? It's like, no, because they wouldn't be able to understand you. But like, they're essentially treated as an endangered species. They're treated like this. They're treated like they're not human. It boggles my mind. I don't know if they even still exist, but like, it's just the idea that we're so conceited that we're like, ah, yeah, yeah, fuck them. It's like the people that care don't care enough to change anything, and the people that like legitimately don't care are just like, yeah, just leave them. We don't need to do anything about this. Just leave. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, I want to see their ways. I want to observe them through a camera. It's like, God. Sad. How is this relevant to the game that I'm playing? That is a good question, me. I mean, I'm playing a troll. That's literally the only connection that that this game right now has with the shit that I'm spilling, or the shit that I'm spewing out. And, I can't help myself. I love this too much. I love talking about stuff like this because it's honestly what I feel all the time, but like never have anybody to talk with about it. Also, yeah, I think this character's just gonna die. You seriously not have to speed? Oh, it's in serious pain. You know what? It's just. What the heck am I running through? Okay, yeah, I'm dead. I was like, hey, maybe if I jump, I'll survive longer. Yeah, okay. Just getting my own character killed. It's fine. Let's do it again. But like, it's like honestly, who in their right mind it thinks this is a good idea? Like thinks it's a good idea, or like a kind like thing to do to their fellow man. It's just to leave them in the lurch. It's like, yeah, oh, yeah, we have modern advances in technology, medicine, food preparation, all these things that would make your life easier. But we're just gonna keep it for ourselves. Oh, wrong character. Whoops. This is the this is the poor SOB start. Okay, question is, do I have a churl start? Oh, peasant, there we go. Yeah, it's like... And, so I guess I understand like the idea of like culture, like preserving their culture, but like, at what point do you realize that if their culture is so frail that the moment they realize that the modern world exists, what's the point of preserving it at all? It's like, how how it's like preserving a block of ice in the Sahara Desert. It's like, as long as we don't let it hit the sand, as long as we keep it in the dark, it'll be perfectly fine. And it's like, what the fuck? And you might say, oh, that analogy's a bit weird. It's like, well, no, actually, it's exactly what it is, because they're essentially just on an island or something. They're essentially like discovering what a boat is, and taking like a shitty canoe out to like probably an island that isn't even that far, that has people on it, and then being like, what the fuck is this? Then coming back to their people, and like, yeah, there are other people out there. So what was the point? Unless they have this like entire dead zone where they would have to learn like, you know, like like how to build like a seaworthy ship. Which, I mean, they might still need to make like a small seaworthy vessel. Like they might have to make like a like a proper full mast, everything. Like, well, I mean, you can make a seaworthy ship that uses like that's a rowboat, but it would be a pain in the ass. You know how much food you'd have to preserve to like stockpile to get you, and it depends how far the next like actual modern civilization is. And I don't mean an actual country. I just mean like literally anybody with a private island in the vicinity. Like, you stumble on one of those and you're gonna realize that you've been like left in the dark this entire time. It's like, to me, honestly, it's like we're torturing them. It's like, if like we treat our pets better than these actual humans. Like we let these animals straight up inhabit our houses with us. We feed them essentially modern food. Most of us do, anyways. Well, we feed them. On we give them food bowls. We give them places to shit. These are modern conveniences, relatively speaking, to these animals that we're giving to them. And then there's these actual human beings that were like, oh no, but the culture. It's like, motherfucker, the moment they realize that there's other people out there, the culture's gonna go to shit. Like, we're keeping them around as a they're essentially a novelty. They're a fucking snow globe on our front porch. This is what these people are. To modern people, they are just a fucking novelty. There is no argument somebody can make to change that opinion. You could give me the idea, like you could defend the stance that it's not our place to interfere with their lives, which is true. I mean, it's not wrong, but it's like shit, man. It's a little late for that. we've kind of inhabited everything else around them. It's like literally the only thing we haven't done is take over the island surround or like the literal island border around them. Like literally like as long as they're as long as where they live has trees that has decent quality wood in terms of durability, they're eventually going to get off the island or wherever their little alcove is. Like I keep saying, like what do we do then? Like it's too late to uninhabit the world around them. We don't inhabit their immediate vicinity. But how much longer until the inevitable happens and they realize they're not alone? Like all the pretty like, oh, it's not our that's not our place to interfere with their lives. It's like all that flowery talk, motherfucker, is gonna go out the window at that point. Because what are you gonna do? Slaughter them as they come out? What are you gonna forcibly you know make them not tell their people? You gonna make sure they never come back? Like what is she gonna do? Can't put the genie in the bottle, or you can't put the genie back in the bottle once you take it out. But but at no point could you try to reason with me that we aren't treating them like a novelty. That's not what they are to us. Because if we treated them as an equal human being, we would we wouldn't leave them in the dark like this. We clearly don't treat them as equals. You can never argue with me like, oh, we're just letting them have the same time to develop as we did. It's like no. We didn't even give that to each other at the time. Like humans were constantly learning about new lands and then going to them. Like the moment we got ships that could cross the sea, you didn't think there was some asshole going to see if there was anything on the other side of the world, anything on the other side of that ocean. I mean, they already saw like people from Europe, from now Germany, France, and the Iberian Peninsula. You didn't think they saw Britain, and we're like, shit, man, we need a boat to go over there and see what the fuck that is. That's land over there. Maybe there's nobody there. Maybe we can take it for ourselves, which is usually what they do. But that's what we've done the entire time we've been alive. That's all humans have ever done. It's like we didn't give that courtesy to each other at the time. At their stage, you think we wouldn't have done the same thing? The only reason is because they're so far separate that we pretend that we pretend like we're treating them like anything other than second-rate humans, like some subhuman, like some human parasites are. This is a phrase that my brain automatically says when I say subhuman, but they're sub. We treat them like they're just monkeys. That is what they are to us. That is like they're just something to observe. Just watching them in their natural habitat, it just feels wrong to me. And the best part is there's no right way to go about it. That's the best part. Is that there's no good way to pull off the band-aid. But we should try to figure it out. And not just leave them to their own devices. Like, yes, it's a kindness and a way to leave them to their their own devices. But also, if they don't have the resources to develop technology the way that we did, we're essentially just condemning them to eternal suffering as, like I described before, it's just people who have to struggle day in and day out. Like I and everybody within 100-mile radius of me does not know the same suffering as somebody who has to actually struggle. Like the people who, essentially live like, well, I mean, I think they live like tribal people. I can't remember. But like tribal, tropical island dwellers, that sort of thing. Like I don't think they're cavemen. I think they're past that. I think they're. I don't even know the word. Where I mean, it's safe to say that they're like probably still Neolithic. I know that word, but they're at least past the flinging the shit at each other stage that humans did have before we learned how to speak. We were still shit flinging primates at some point. I mean, some people do still fling shit. Except now our shit is verbal diarrhea rather than coming out of our ass. Though with some people in the modern world, I wouldn't be a big stretch to argue that we've never changed. And I wouldn't even be surprised by that. By somebody saying that to me. Like, oh yeah, humans have never changed. I was like, you're not fucking wrong. Oh yeah. Oh. Sorry, I pity these people so much. Like, imagine having your role reversed. I mean, I just described it before, but imagine having your role reversed. Like, imagine being somebody that's suffering in the modern day, and then with your lack of functional skills, with your modern education, which is completely useless, relatively speaking, in like at no point when I was going to school did they teach me how to hunt. Like at no point, like I learned how to fish from my family, but they never taught me how to get food on my own. They taught me how to make money, and they didn't even do that. They didn't teach me shit. They didn't teach me shit in school. They taught me the sciences in school, math, biology, all that sort of shit. They didn't prepare me for actually living. They didn't do shit. Now imagine you being dropped out in the middle of nowhere, no tools, no books, no other people. Okay, people, but no people that can actually understand you. Because you're a modern. Imagine just like this person's being this churl, this medieval peasant, is being blasted to the future, or somebody's just had like absolute amnesia and thinks they're their D&D character, which would in fact be hilarious. To just imagine that's like the only scraps their brain held on to. Everything else was just like forcibly ejected out of their brain somehow. But in this game world, it wouldn't even surprise anybody. Like just weird amnesia. But like imagine being sent to the past and being like, none of my skills, nothing I know is useful in this day and age. Like, you would be ostracized immediately. And the thing is that you would essentially still be on your, like, regardless if there was other people on, you'd still end up on your own because you're a modern person speaking a language nobody else understands. Capable of reading and writing that reading and writing a language that doesn't exist, which essentially makes you illiterate, unless you know, like, unless you know, unless you somehow studied languages like dead languages from thousands of years ago, you have nothing. You have no friends, no family. You are alone, surrounded by people. Potentially surrounded. Well, you'd still like have all of your actual knowledge, so you know there's like it's like, oh yeah, I'm in like, medieval Europe. It's like, oh well, I'm in the bumfuck of nowhere, and I know everybody's gonna kill me because that's all they ever did. Not all they ever did, but a lot of cultures loved killing each other because sorry, it's like basically when you had like different cultures clashing, there was a lot of like foreign cultures clashing, and the one in BC or BCE or whatever it's called. But and I mean, even in early, I mean, even now, you still have it where foreign cultures go to war. But like, once you actually have people being prolific enough that you'd actually have like border disputes where you actually have people clashing for the first time, like ever since then, we were just constantly fighting. Like at first we fought each other, like we fought our neighbors, and then we're like, oh, but these guys over there are even different than the two of us. Let's go fight them. It's like yeah, it's basically what humans have been doing ever since the dawn of fucking time. It's It's like, oh yeah, me and my brother are gonna go fight this guy. It's like, oh well, we're essentially all cousins. Let's go fight this guy. It's like, oh well, we're all like, vaguely related and speak the same language. Let's go fight this guy who doesn't even know a thing about us, doesn't even live in the same area. Let's go halfway across the world and kick his ass. And essentially, like, eventually we're gonna get to. If we ever meet aliens, we're all gonna be like, we're all gonna collectively say, it's like, hey, we're all humans. Let's go kick the shit out of that weird alien motherfucker. That's essentially what we've done since the dawn of time. I'm just imagining at some point it's like we eventually get into like Mass Effect or Star Trek territory or just Star Wars territory, anything, and we're like, yeah, we're all from like the same galaxy. Well, let's go fight these guys, and then we get to the point where we're all from the same universe. Let's go kick this guy's ass. It's like, what the fuck? At what point are we not just looking to start shit? At what point are we just trying to start a fight with people who are the farthest away from us? Like, God, if all you were looking for a fight, the guy that's standing right next to you is so much easier to beat the shit out of. But you want to go out of your way for the guy that is the farthest possible thing. Sorry, it's just something about that just makes me laugh. But it's true. Though there is obviously still infighting. I mean, there's always going to be infighting. So sometimes people are just too incapable of waiting to like go down the street to fight their neighbors when they could just fight their family. Sorry, again, can't help myself. But like, you kick it up a notch, and it just gets ridiculous. Like once you get to the point where like it's no longer like countries fighting each other, it gets to like the planet fighting a different species or a different species. I mean, yeah, if like at some point we all like like a new race of intelligent creatures on the planet Earth that can actually contest humans, like we would probably ban it if they were actually something that was actually a thing that we could fight, like punch and shit, shoot at. You would have way too many people willing to band together to kick their ass because they're not even human. It's like shit. But unfortunately, that isn't really the case yet. That's honestly what humans need to unify. Is just it's just a threat even farther away from them. That's why the U.S. and Canada and Mexico rarely fight each other because they have people halfway across the world that they could fight too, and they won't even fuck up their lawn. God damn. Like it's true though. That's the reason we look to the farthest thing from us, whether it's like physically speaking or like culturally speaking. It's just like the farther, the more degrees of separation there are, the better. Sorry, I can't help but, and it's also the fact that like, oh, okay, this is another tangent, but I just want to go on this tangent for a second because the funny thing is, no matter what side wins, like let's say one country beats all the others, or like one religion or whatever, then you're just gonna have infighting. I mean, there's schisms in every single religion there ever has been, constantly schisming. I mean, isn't Christianity a schism or like a branch off of uh, Ju- Judaism? And like, isn't that like even another branch off of something else? It's like it's all connected. It's like humans are all connected to each other. It's just you take enough you make enough differences. It makes it a lot easier to convince somebody like, oh, this is entirely different from you. But this isn't a person. This is an enemy. It's like they're different, and that's a problem. It's like it shouldn't be a problem. Just shut up. Stop trying to cause fights. But like, no matter who wins out, like let's take the example of Russia versus the U.S. because that's whatever, or just communism versus capitalism. Let's go with that, or just whatever. But regardless of what side wins and takes over everything, then you're just gonna have infighting. They're just gonna go to the next tier. It's like if you can't go farther to find a new enemy, you gotta look closer. So they go one step in. It's like, well, then they look at their differences between them. Like, let's take America. It's like, well, then you're just gonna have another civil war there. That's why you shouldn't have just a two-party system. Is then the two parties to start fighting each other. Well, I mean, any sort of party system. It's like any system where you divide your people, you can have problems. A lot of them. Because guess what? The moment you stop having a common enemy in someone else, or in a common enemy somewhere else of another people, you're just gonna have each other, and you're just gonna fight each other. So America takes over. They're just gonna have They're just gonna have two factions, civil war, bam, boom. Everything's fucked again, and everybody's fighting. You know, it's like the solution is to realize that fighting each other is human behavior, and we gotta cut that shit out. But it's like, you're just gonna look within. It's like you're just gonna look for your differences. You know, it's like, well, right now, it's our country versus theirs, and then it's gonna be, oh, it's my state or province, or it's like, and you get closer and like, but as long as the factor isn't we take war out of our behavior, war's still gonna happen. The only question is who's it gonna be waged on, and the answer is the same way that we've done it all this time. Is that you just look for one step further out, and the reverse is true. You just look one step further. You know, you see an enemy that is one step farther out. You're like, oh shit, we can go kill that. And the moment you stop having that common enemy, you just look at the next guy. And it's just like this weird. What is it called? This is the Fibonacci sequence, where it's just these concentric spiraling out, looking for something to fight. And the moment you can no longer find something by going out, you just come back the other way. God, But yeah, God. Okay, now I need to spiral back myself to what I was at the point I was trying to make before I started talking about human behavior in terms of war. But like, yeah, now I'm going back to like the fish out of water. Like instead of like a medieval person being sent to the future, a modern human, relatively speaking, gets sent to the past. You're surrounded by people that want nothing to do with you. Either the best case scenario is that they're neutral to you because you're such a foreign entity. Because you literally are. You're from the future. Goddamn. That you're lucky if they don't want to kill you. You will have to actively avoid people 9 times out of 10 because that one person will ignore you. It's just like, oh yeah, it's just like a foreign guy. Fuck him. Who cares? The other 9 people are like, oh, there's a foreign guy. Let's go fuck him up. It's like, oh yeah, maybe it's a barbarian in disguise as a. I love the idea that Romans called literally anybody that wasn't a Roman a barbarian. It's like, oh great, that really narrows it down. If that's actually how they like kept their records, because I think they were known for keeping records. I mean, I have no fucking clue. Do I want to go to that cabin? Do I want to go to the motel? Actually, I want to go. Let's go to this cabin since it's not so densely packed. There's not like a bunch of trees to block my line of sight. But yeah, so you actively have to avoid people because you don't know if they're going to kill you or not. And you're certainly not going to get anything from them because why would they help you? Be honest. Why would they help you? So you've got that many problems. Just immediately. So you gotta hunt your own food. Avoid people like the plague. You've got to do it all by yourself. It's like, how in the world would you even? How in the? I mean, let's say you want to live until you're old and gray. Let's say that's the clear cut objective. Because how the fuck are you gonna go to the future? How in the world are you gonna go to the past and build a time machine to get back to the future? Like. You're not a super. Most people, especially people watching me, I don't even know why you fucking bother. But like, nobody here is a fucking super genius. That like, even if you were from a future, like even if you're somebody from our future that can somehow build a time machine or somehow knows how to build a time machine because you've already built a time machine. Imagine being sent to the past, having built a time machine, and your time machine just let's just assume it just evaporates. Like even if that's what you were in terms of your situation, you're still just as fucked as ever. Because how in the world are you going to get the infrastructure required to build all the pieces? Like this is literally just Doctor Stone essentially, except without the time travel shit. Time travel to the past stuff. It's never mind. But this is essentially what happens in Doctor Stone, an anime that I love. But like you don't really have a good choice. Even if, and that's also the biggest problem with that show is that it doesn't really have like the realistic problem where nobody's gonna understand English or whatever language, Japanese in the terms of like the original source media, I assume. But like, actually, it might even have been English. Actually, now that I think about it, because that would honestly make the most sense. Because never mind. Because it would be the common language. There's a reason people call English the language of commerce. But like, they wouldn't have had a common language in the show. But I'm not going to get into the show because that's another thing entirely. But like, as one person, even if you could somehow learn the language that they're speaking, even if you could somehow learn their language, how in the fuck are you going to convince I don't know why I came into this menu. Oh, I know. Oh, whoops. Like, how in the fuck are you going to convince a bunch of essentially Neanderthals, a bunch of, like, you know, a bunch of people who, you know, still shit in, like, communal, like, outhouses. How in the world you can convince them to do anything you say? Like, that's the main problem. Okay, no, I need actual proper stuff, not twigs. Oh, I do want to do the cordage. Like, how the hell are you going to convince people to do anything you say? Even if you could somehow break the language barrier. And I'd say the answer is you're fucked. So, you know, it's suffice to say you're not getting Back to the Future. That's not in the cards. But so you're in this situation, and like, question or not? It's not even a question. That is the thing is that you're gonna have to do so much. You're just gonna die. The short and simple answer is there's no way a person from the modern day and age, no matter how much survival smarts you have, like taking all the modern like there's not many people that could be dumped in the actual middle of nowhere with no infrastructure to speak of. You know, and actually, like you could build a simple life for yourself. You could survive, but the thing is that you're never gonna get anywhere. You're just gonna be just like everybody else in that same period of time. Like, yes, you might be able to like figure stuff out that other people haven't yet in that same day and age, but like you're never gonna get really past like the Neolithic age. Like you're still gonna be banging rocks and shit together. Like you're not getting that far. And that's just mainly the conceit of being just one person. Like no amount of modern knowledge is going to make up for the fact that you're one person with no real method of, you know, like convincing anybody else to the contrary, you know, to actually like help you at all. Like honestly, your best bet is to just, well, figure out your priorities and live what little life you can, which is, you know, kind of depressing, but it's unfortunately true. The best at like people that are always talking about like, oh, we have all these modern conveniences, but all I can do is get by, and it's like, motherfucker, what do you think in the past you'd be able to do? You think, and I know I've mentioned this before, like, think it's any better before? It's like, literally, if you were in a situation without the modern conveniences, literally all you could hope for is to get by. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than being able to do nothing. That's all you'd be able to do. It's like, oh, well, I have to work all day. It's like, yeah. the past isn't easy either. If anything, it's just harder because like there's no hope. There's no hope of improvement. At least in the present, there's some hope. There's there's a whole lot of jack and all shit in the past. Like at no point would it get better. Like like it, the hell am I looking at? Oh, Slavery Coyote. Oh my god, I just ran up to these things. What am I, insane? Okay, I'm gonna have to lead them through these poor dogs. Oh god, they don't consider them a problem. Oh, they're cowards. Oh my god, I was actually just entirely running around with. Oh no, they're venomous. I hope that's not an early end of this character. I killed them. Got that anyways. They have venom? That's the first time I legitimately like actually observed when I got hit by one of those things. But yeah, I'm just thinking like, well, where should I go from here? Oh, something here. It's fine. I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna live. There's the two ways about it. Are you calling me? Um. Uh, what are you attacking me? I can't figure out if they're trying to attack me or not. But yeah, all right, the entire root of this. I mean, the root of this conversation is so far back. But the root of this tangent is talking about like how it would feel like to be in their situation, which I feel like I didn't capture the essence. That tangent, which is unfortunate. Sorry, my mouth hurts. Take another apple. I don't know where the hell this is. Look how I just took something. Not even thinking about what I just did. Like, if I had the means, I would definitely go out of my. What the hell is this? A wind turbine. If I had the means, I would definitely go out of my way to try to help those people. But like, I'm just one man, and like, what are the odds I just get like arrested or something? Probably gonna get arrested, which is like, wow. I was about to make the joke that this is what all governments want to, how governments want to keep people just stupid, literally forced into the dark ages or kept in the dark ages. Hmm. And I'll take your ring. Yeah. Sorry, my mouth's hurting so much. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of where to go from this. That's why I wish I had somebody to talk to. It is not easy to go completely so. Force of the it's just like the ground falling out. The game is just exploding. Any interesting because I can't imagine. I've never seen like precious metals in any of these. Sorry, that moose scared the shit out of me. Just randomly, the game mentioning explosions. Like, just imagine. I assume it's just like with there being like open space with like ground above it, which is causing things to drop and cause some sort of explosion somehow. Like, I'm like, how in the world is that happening? Like, I imagine just like in the edge of my character's vision, shit is just like exploding. This honestly getting a bit unbearable. Oh my god, it actually really fucking hurts. Holy shit. I might be calling it soon because holy shit, my mouth hurts. Sorry. I'm gonna rub it. Sorry. Sorry if there was anybody actually paying attention to the conversation, just wondering what else I had to say. I'm really failing you. Sorry, I'm both trying to think and both trying to and at the same time trying to suppress the pain. It might just be due to the fact that I'm talking so much it's causing my mouth to hurt. I'm trying to think of a good way to like. Honestly, I think it was a better example of mention or basically saying like, you know, if there are people from the future in the same sort of situation that we are in, we as the higher level, you know, higher on the tech tree than these people. I think that's a way better example. God. Give me a second. All right, sorry. Let me check for how long I've been going. Oh, I've been going for 3 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna call it for right now, just because my mom's getting me to watch the dog. I'll probably be back later today with something else. I'll wait until the pain goes away. But yeah, I hope somebody enjoyed my conversation that I've been just having with myself. Bad for leaving it off here, but like honestly, the pain is getting kind of intolerable, especially when I'm trying to like hold a conversation because like I'm very I'm unable to focus on the game with the pain, let alone while also talking at the same time. It's making excuses. I hate to sound like a whiny asshole, but like there's somebody else in the conversation. There's somebody talking to me, so of course I'm gonna keep talking. And never mind. Sorry. Why am I apologizing? It's my fucking such a strange man. All right, well, see you guys around. So this will probably end up as a VOD because I feel like I did. Even if the gameplay was like just background, let's say background noise. I'm the background noise. The game is like it's more just so like background visuals. Still feel like yeah, may as well. God, my mouth hurts so much. God damn it. Yeah, I think next time, next I say next a few hours from now when I decide to stream again, I'll probably go over just how I've been feeling about the pain, because it's really been dampening my it's making me feel really awful in ways that I don't. I can't describe without going into it. So I'll leave it here. I'll see you guys around.